Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was. And today, I have to say, I met lots of people today. It has been a blessing. I'm getting closer each day to what God wants me to do. And anyway, right now I'm at another library. You never know where the heck Starlight is going to be. But I hope you're able to get out in nature and, go, do something. Try to get out of your house. And I know it gets hot on certain days and depending on where you live. And, I know over the weekend where I am, it's going to be in the 90s so we're getting close. You got to enjoy it now, while it's here. And, I understand, protecting your skin from the sun and the heat. And just make sure you bring a lot of water, and you can research places. And a lot of times, like on reviews, you got to check out the reviews as far as parks or hiking areas. And sometimes you could look at the pictures and see that some of those places could be part shade, part sun. And another tip for getting out, is early in the morning is really the coolest time of the day. So, if the day hours, because it's so hot, and if you're not working in the morning time, that would be a great time to get out in nature so you can beat the heat. So, besides inspiring you to, come outside, and Starlight would love to play. Want to play? So anyway, I love you all, and I've met lots of people recently. It's God is doing the work, and I give all the glory to God, honor and glory to God. If you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could follow me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also check out my playlist. You never know. I don't know how many people I met today, so you never know what is on my playlist. And follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. I had a lot of great interactions in one day. And so I want to just say, if I met you today and you're watching this video, it was a blessing to meet all of you. And also today, I really want to talk about the words that come. I know you probably thought that was some kind of glitch, on my video, but no, that was me pausing on what I'm gonna say. So you gotta be really careful. I meet a lot of people everywhere, God, ever since I've been on this journey as far as traveling from New York, all the way to Miami, and now I'm where in the world is Starlight. So I don't know how many times I've heard my name called out today. Starlight, Starlight, Starlight. And I've only been in this area location about 3 days now. So it's funny, people are really getting to know me. But I meet people and we get to talk, and there's times I'm talking to one person for 3 hours, or less, so 3 hours is pretty much my, I was like, oh wow, it's been 3 hours, but this is what I'm here for. And I do listen with these beautiful ears here. What did you just say? So you do have to be careful of the words that come out of your mouth. And, I recently talked to a homeless man, that I did help out because God gave me this stuff though, so I could help him out. I have been storing things in my vehicle like the animals, like a squirrel, how a squirrel just buries his nuts everywhere. Did I just say that? Yeah. Well, even the girls bury their nuts. So why, but anyway, Starlight's naughty, Starlight. But, the squirrels, they go and I used to have a pet squirrel, so I do know about this. They used to hide walnuts, that is, in our couch. Anywhere they could bury they did it even in our house. So Starlight's the same way. I will gather stuff and I will bury it in my car. I'm like, okay, there's a space there. I'll tuck that here. So I've been helping people on this journey, people that are in need. So anyway, is I just recently did talk to somebody, and sometimes we're not aware of what comes out of our mouth, and it's so vitally important. My mentor taught me this a long time ago, and I did make a video not too long ago. Is the video of with a choo-choo train was I know I can, instead of where was I when I made that video. I know where I was. I'm like, oh yeah, I was at that park. I don't know if I'm coming or going right now, so is I know I can, so it's so important to really be positive with the words that you speak. And I had some really bad habits a long time ago, and then my mentor really taught me a lot about words and how powerful they are. And not only, the words that come out of our mouth, is also what are you thinking? So, I gotta say both of these, what words are coming out of your mouth and what's going on up here is so important to understand. You do have to be cautious of the words that come out of your mouth. Some of my habits that I had a long time ago is things like, why does this always happen to me? Or why, like my brother that's no longer here, he's like, he couldn't understand is he knew who I was. My family, they know most of me, who I am, because most of my family I could be myself. And so around my brother, I could definitely be myself, And so he's always said all these years, of getting to know each other, because we did not live in this, together growing up, is that he's like, how is this possible that you like he knew I was a sweet person and I would take, you need this shirt? Here, I'm in the library right now, so I don't think they would like that. But I probably would take this shirt off, and I did try to do this recently to a homeless man that was going to be living out on the streets, and it was the wind was picking up and it started raining, and it was like, here, I had a jacket in my car and I've had it for years and I love it. And it's like a beautiful pinkish purple color, and it's got a beautiful design, but he was tall and skinny. And so I was like, here, I'll, because I had a different jacket and I had warmer ones, but I was definitely not going to let, my other one go. So, and I was willing to give him my own light jacket, but I'm so grateful he didn't want to take it because it wasn't going to fit him right anyway. So, but my brother used to say is, why somebody so beautiful like you, inside and out, is always drawn those same kind of men. And I didn't know this because my mentor taught me this before, is I also said a lot of stuff as far as relationship stuff goes, is now I got to think of these things. I was thinking of it as I was saying that. So we got to be careful because, I meet people and, sometimes we might say something like, that always happens to me. I always seem to draw the worst kind of people in my life. And God knows I'm just using myself as an example. That is not what Starlight says. So you got to really be careful of the words that come out of your mouth, because it is so powerful. And, like energy goes where energy flows. And so if you're talking that, those negative words, and sometimes, like I said, it you might not be saying anything, but what are you thinking? So you might not say anything out loud to anybody because nobody's around, and maybe you don't want to talk out loud to yourself like I do. It's also what you're thinking. If you're not saying this always happens to me, but you're thinking this always happens to me, well, guess what? It's always gonna happen to you. So, like you gotta be positive with your words and really think twice. And I had to do this through this whole journey here, and there's times I catch myself. Was ready to say something to somebody. I'm like, ooh, I gotta swallow those. And the universe, God knows what your thoughts are. God knows, like the universe knows what you're thinking. It knows what you're feeling. Your feelings, your thoughts. What your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. So you really have to be cautious. Is like other things that people say is, that can happen to that person, but that's not gonna happen to me. Well, now you're creating that in your reality. And also, like, I heard somebody say this not too long ago, and I am that type of chick that if you're talking negative and we're having a conversation with each other and I hear you saying something negative, I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna say, don't say that, don't say that. I helped a man out today, and it's really a sad thing that happened, and I really helped him out. Really, just God put me there at the right time for this man, and so words are very powerful. Is think before you speak, and think, and it's hard, especially if you got a lot to say, and the words can slip off your tongue before you even know it. But you can always remember, if you catch yourself talking negative and negative talk, negative self-talk, is that you could ask God, I am sorry, tell God that you're sorry, I slipped of the tongue, and God can hold that back and say, okay, well, you said you're sorry, but you don't want to make a habit of it. Say, oops, I'm sorry again. Oops, I'm sorry again that I said that. I said that, like saying that you're poor. I'm a poor person, and God's not going to use that against me because he knows I'm just making this video to make a point. So now you are a poor person. So what you really want to do is to listen to those I am affirmations, like I'm being positive, and my mentor taught me to say those 3 times. I am positive. I am positive. I am smarter than I know. I am smarter than I know. I am smarter than I know, because I just heard somebody the other day saying how that was stupid. I am stupid. No, you're not stupid. But if you keep on saying that you're going to end up having a problem with, intelligence. Like my brother, not my one brother that just passed away, but my other half brother, I realized that he had a memory problem, and I really didn't catch it at the time. It really caused a big, huge problem in his health, because I was watching him and he kept on losing stuff, he kept on forgetting stuff, and I was like, oh my, and I didn't really know him because we didn't see each other for a long time. Hang on, I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit more. And so it's like, wow, he's losing, and then he would get mad. He really got mad, he's like, oh no, I lost this, and I lost that, and I lost this. And I'm like, wow, you got a really bad memory, and after a while, not just Starlight was telling him that he had a bad memory, other people were saying that he had a bad memory, and then he definitely realized that, he had a bad memory, and, he went from maybe just forgetting where he put his lighter, I was going to say something else, And he's like, oh, he needed a lighter because he smoked cigarettes or other stuff. And so he would get upset. And so that was the norm when I first met him. But I hung out with him long enough is eventually his memory got so bad that he forgot where he lived. He would leave his apartment where he was staying, at people's houses, would go to the store, and he got to the store and it was like he was lost. That's how powerful words are. That's a true story. Things that I put on this, I do not make up stories, although I could, but I don't. So when I put things on my YouTube channel, even as crazy as that might sound, and I just heard a guy on the radio station not too long ago, he was talking about his memory, and I was like, I wish I could talk to him and say, you gotta stop saying that about your memory. And I could have shared my story with my brother. And it was so bad with my brother, my one brother, is that there's no way he could go anywhere by himself because, he was always getting lost. And I've actually have had a time where the first time he actually got lost, he didn't know how to get around. He didn't even have a car. And I was like, how am I gonna, I can't go search for him, because I don't know where he went. He could be in a car, by time, oh my back, it's been a day, woo. So, you gotta really be careful. Sorry, I don't know if this will zoom in. Nope. It's funny how sometimes my phone does that and then other times it doesn't. So you gotta be really loving yourself and patient and do those I am affirmations. I am smart. And it's funny, I know somebody with the last name Smart, and he is very smart. Imagine that. He's got a name with the last name Smart, and he's super intelligent. So it's like, I can't say his first name, but, I'm just going to name, like, John Smart, just imagine every time, what's your name? That name, having that name, like your last name is Smart. I've heard a lot of funny last names, but so you really got to be positive. Is like, I am completing my goals. I am completing my goals. I am living the life of my dreams. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. I am abundant. I am abundant. You could not even have 2 pennies to rub together and say, I am abundant. And I know that's crazy, right? But you know what? In time, you're actually going to create an energy in your body and your mind and your everything. And, it's more than just being positive with your words. It's also in, with how you think and how you feel. So God, like I was mentioning in lots of my other videos about the numbers, if you don't pay attention to the numbers and if you don't understand what the numbers are, is you got to check out my video is, Are You Searching for Guidance? That was my very first video. So I'm not going to say sorry because that was my first video, so it might have been, like a lot of my videos are kind of on the long side, but that video will help you to understand numbers, and there's other videos similar to that but different. And so if you're getting messages from the universe that says you got to be more positive, you better start being positive, especially if you're, you've got a goal, that you want to conquer, or some kind of dream that you want to fulfill, or desire that you desire to have in your life. If you're being negative, thinking, I'll never find that one out there, she's not out there, well, guess what? You're not gonna find her, because you said that. And this is a big problem in society, is that people have given up on really, searching for that one, or even to work on themselves. They want to find that one, but they're not doing the inner work. So you have to do that inner work on you, in order to, find that one. And, like men and women, when they go out in public and they meet other men, I thought this, I could think negative thoughts, and you gotta say, ooh, no, I don't want to think that negative thought, because I don't want to create that in my reality. Like the other day, I was noticing something, and I could have said out loud, verbally, but I didn't. So I realized I have to be careful even what I'm thinking, even though the words didn't come out of my mouth, is, like, ooh, that you got to just cut it off, even if it's in your headspace, is don't let those thoughts come through, is say, I am drawing more like-minded people into my life. So, and if you think positive, I am drawing more positive people in my life. But if you say, why does it seem like I'm always like drawing in the wrong kind of people, well, then you're going to get the wrong kind of people, in your life. So you have to think of all these different ways of being positive, like going out for a job. Do you believe you're going to get the job? Or while you're filling out the application, when your mind's going, you're thinking of, the position that you want to get, and you're not being positive as you're filling out the questions. And there's a lot of times why we're doing an application is that we might not even want it, and we can feel those emotions going, on jobs that we really don't want. So if that's the case, don't even bother fill out the application. If you already know why you're filling it out, either on a paper form or on the internet, why even go for the job? Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is probably telling you don't do it. So you got to be positive, and, teach that with your kids. If you got kids and they're trying to do something and they're like, I can't do this, say, honey, you are smart. You can do anything that you can put your mind to. So anyway, I love you, and I hope you really get a lot of help from this video. And also, I had a lot of fun today meeting a lot of beautiful people, and they've inspired me, and I thank God for using the people in my life to inspire me. And I just want to say I thank all of you that have been there, with me for who knows how long. So I love you all. I hope you really be careful what you say. Bite your tongue. Even be careful what you think. Those are they're kind of like separated. Is that like if you get a thought, like let it go by. We're gonna get thoughts that are gonna be negative, but just don't put a lot of attention on there. Don't put a lot of energy on that thought, but just let it go by like it's a nice cloud going by in the sky, and it's just gonna pass, Or also what you can do, what I did before, is to put positive sayings wherever you live. I have them in my car. That's where I live. So you can put them in your kitchen, reminders. In my bathroom where I used to live, I had lots of little sticky notes everywhere in my apartment. So that really will help you to kind of reprogram your brain. So I love you so much. This is Starlight. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can share, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. This is Starlight, love, light, and